Hi Taurus, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. Hope you're doing well. I am going to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Taurus out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, Taurus, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Taurus? Taurus. Okay, that was very fast. All right, Taurus, you are starting out with the Three of Coins. You have the King of Cups in the reverse and the King of Wands. All right, so Taurus, I feel like you are building something here. You're putting in the effort. You're working. It's kind of an uphill battle. There could be some sort of a contract that's involved with this, and it appears that you are prioritizing work and whatever this is that you're building. It could be a side hustle or an individual pursuit of yours, but whatever this is, you're prioritizing over the feelings and the emotions. And I feel like you're working very hard. There's a managerial type of energy here. There's this energy of being very proactive. Now, with regard to relationship, I feel like you are, trying to work something out with somebody. You're having to hold your feelings and your emotions back. You could have a soul contract or even some sort of an established foundation with this person. But I feel like you have a lot of feelings and emotions, but you're having to kind of tamp those feelings and emotions back. King of Wands tells me that you're in a very charismatic energy. Whoever I'm reading for is likely to be highly attractive, very charismatic, and very action-oriented. So let me see who's in your energy, Taurus. Show me who is in Taurus energy. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. We have the Page of Coins. And we have the World in reverse. All right, so I do feel like this is somebody who is trying to get out of their head. They have a tendency to be an overthinker, which causes them a lot of anxiety. And I feel like what causes them most anxiety is the future or things that they don't know, they can't see. I do feel that this is somebody who, is releasing that. They're freeing themselves from all that anxiety. There's communication that's taking place between you and this person. I do feel like this person is in touch with their higher self or a higher, how do I word this? Like a higher, like the universe. So I do feel like this person, it will be communicating with you. And I do feel like with the World here in the reverse, there's some sort of a cycle that is not yet complete. And they don't feel like things are over between the two of you either. There could be some sort of an offer that this person is making you as well. So let me see the energy between Taurus and this person. The Six of Wands. I love this. So you're both headed, full strength into success. Now, that being said, it may not be success together, but I do feel like you both want success together. So I don't know if the two of you are really focused on your coins, you're focused on some sort of a investment or work, something work related, because you're both pursuing success. But when I look at it from your perspective, you're trying to build something here. You're trying to build something, and this person is trying not to worry about something that they're investing in. I do think this person is pretty spiritual, but I do also feel that while that's the case, I feel like the two of you want success with one another as well. One of you could be somebody that's in the public eye too. Let me see what's affecting this connection. The Hermit. Virgo energy. So yeah, you're both looking for answers. You may, if you've both been working very hard at your finances or your personal success, you may both need a break. There may be a need to take a vacation here. But the Hermit is things that are not discussed, things that are not talked about. In your case, Taurus, you're not discussing your feelings and emotions with this person. You're more or less trying to lean into, you know, what makes you feel successful, which is something that you're building here. So I feel like you're looking for answers, but you're really holding back emotionally. The person that's in your energy, they could be looking for an offer or wanting to make an offer, and they're not doing that either. They're holding back as well. So you're both holding back. There's a silence between the two of you. So let me see. Show me what the outcome is for Taurus. The Ten of Coins. That's having it all, Taurus. So I like that. That's really good energy. That's you setting the table for others to come to your table. That's you being at the head of that table. So whatever this is that you're trying to build, it's coming about. It's coming about, and it looks like it's coming about through teamwork as well, although you are the primary impetus of this. So I definitely feel like you're going through a little bit of a difficult time. You don't have it all figured out just yet, but you will with the Ten of Coins. Now, the person that's in your energy, I feel like they also are working. This person might not make as much as you do. There's something to do with either wanting an offer from you or they're making an offer towards you. But this Page of Coins is what eventually builds to this Ten of Coins. It's starting small and growing and building. I do feel like there is a sense here of something being incomplete, but the Ten of Coins is having it all. It's having the success at the workplace or within your career. It's having success and loyalty at home, success with friends. So I do like this. It's stability. It's long-term growth, both financially as well as within your personal relationships. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. Now this is underlying energy, and this is the discussion that neither of you are having, the discussion that needs to take place, a truthful discussion. Okay, so let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Three of Coins here? And there you have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you're not having this discussion. There's silence. There's a lack of communication. And it's because you are really focusing more on your business pursuits or something that you're growing than you are on this connection. You both have the Eight of Swords in the reverse, telling me that you're both doing this to some degree. Yeah, so we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. You're trying not to worry about this connection. Instead, you're focusing on whatever it is you're building here. So again, there's a lot that's not being discussed, that's not being talked about. The problem with that is that it will brew into an argument if it's not dealt with. So it's like you can't sweep things under the rug because the dirt is still there. So let me see. And you're both acting like it doesn't bother you, but it bothers both of you. Why is the King of Cups here in reverse? The Tower reversed and the Seven of Wands. You're trying to avoid a tower moment with this person. So it's almost like you're saying, Taurus, that if you allow your feelings and emotions to enter into the picture, it's going to cause a tower moment. And that could be based on something that has happened to you in the past, either with this person or with someone else. So you're guarded here. You're guarded. And I can definitely see that you feel that you don't have the time to delve into all these emotions with this person because you're busy working at whatever this is you're building. And you have a lot of responsibilities. You have a lot of people that's asking a lot from you right now. And so it's almost this energy of you saying, this is not the right time. If I do delve into it, it's going to become really emotional, and that's going to lead to a tower moment, and I just don't have the time to deal with that right now. All right, let me see the King of Wands. Show me the King of Wands for Taurus. Three of Pentacles reversed, the Hangman, and the Two of Pentacles in the or Two of Cups in the reverse. You might be dealing with a soulmate here. It's that same energy, though, that I'm getting, that you're doing whatever it takes in order to build this Three of Coins. You're building something here, and you're going to do whatever it is to make that stable. And if that means that you have to put love on hold, then that's what you're going to do. Even if that means that it puts you at odds with this person that's in your energy. So you're prioritizing whatever it is you're building. You want success here. You're waiting for it to come together. You're looking for that success, and you know that it's putting you at odds with this person, but you feel that that is the proper order of things. It's like you just feel that you don't have the time to delve into the feelings and the emotions right now. Yeah, let me see. Let me see this person's energy. Show me the Eight of Swords in the reverse. See, I feel like they more want success with you, right? But they're trying not to worry about this. They're trying to be understanding is what it looks like. Show me the Eight of Swords in the reverse. All right, so we have the Sun in reverse, Leo energy. And we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, they're hiding this from you. They're appearing to be totally unbothered, that it doesn't bother them whatsoever, that they're not worried about it. But the truth is that they think about it at night in particular, but there is a lot of anxiety. So it's almost like they're trying to hide the fact that they are feeling so much anxiety because they feel that you're prioritizing your success, your work, whatever you're building here, that you're prioritizing that over them. So they try not to worry about it. They try to act like they're not concerned or worried about it, but this person's actually losing sleep. I see tears. They're very unhappy, if I'm being honest. Yeah. And I feel like the two of you have argued about this in the past. So let me see the Page of Coins. Show me the Page of Coins. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands reversed. We have the Six of Cups in the reverse. All right, so yeah, they don't want to discuss it either not the same reasons, for different reasons, actually. You're both kind of keeping silent. You're trying to avoid this tower moment. They don't want any bad news. They don't want this connection to end. You both feel like you're soulmates. I do feel like they want you to make some sort of a solid offer, or that they could give you a solid offer. It feels like they want it from you. And I feel like this person doesn't really know how you feel. They feel like you're letting them go. They feel like you're releasing them. They're trying to figure it out. Yeah, they feel like, because you're holding back so much emotionally and you're dealing with all this other stuff, but not with the emotions in this connection. And so they're becoming more and more concerned, Taurus, that you're releasing them, you're letting them go, that there's some other reason. They may even suspect that there is someone else in your energy, which honestly I'm not seeing for most of you. What I'm seeing is that they're feeling you release, and they feel like they have to release as well. They feel like that's like the worst news they could hear, is that you don't want them anymore, that you don't want to be with them. And so they're keeping silent about it, but they feel like maybe that's what they have to do. They have to be prepared to release or to let you go, But they haven't. Let me see the World in reverse. Yeah, they lack clarity. Ace of Swords in the reverse. They lack clarity, and it's because of a lack of communication. They're trying to avoid a very painful ending here. The two of you could have broken up in the past. I am seeing something about that, and about you trying to, the two of you trying to rebuild something together. But this person lacks clarity as to why or what it is that is actually taking place here. They don't feel like everything is over. And I don't feel like it's not that I feel like you want to be with this person, but they're not your priority. Your priority is creating success within something that you are building. Let me see. So they lack the clarity here. They don't want to talk about it because they're trying to avoid a painful ending. Show me the Six of Wands. I feel like things are going to be successful between you and this person because it ends here with the Ten of Coins. All right, yeah, Ace of Cups. And look at that, Ten of Coins. We have the Moon in reverse. And we have the Seven of Swords reversed. So it looks like there's going to be success here between the two of you. Success financially, success with family, with loyalty, with love. There's going to be a lot of success between the two of you. But it's going to come about because you're going to have to put some work into it, Taurus. Yeah, you're realizing that. There's also something that has been revealed. I don't know if it was about this person or if it was about you, but there was some sort of lying, stealing, cheating. There's some kind of deception that is here. And it's being revealed. You have the Moon in reverse. They have the Sun in reverse. So I feel like they may have been hiding something. I feel like it was them. I feel like there was something that was deceptive. And they're worried about you finding out about it. And you do. Yeah. They act like they're unbothered. They act like they're unworried. But there's something here. There's something here that is revealed to you. It causes an argument. But nevertheless, it looks like everything still comes back together because you have the Ten of Pentacles twice. This is a long-standing connection. And I do see that there is love here. But I feel like you're dealing with somebody that may have been a little sneaky in some form. And whatever that is revealed. It comes out. Let me see. Show me the Hermit. Show me the Hermit. All right, we have the Three of Wands. And we have Temperance. You're patient, Taurus. You're patient because you're like, yeah, I'm going to stand my ground. I'm not going to let my emotions overtake me. I can wait. I can wait to see what this person has to say. Well, this person is coming back in because they feel you releasing them. And I feel like they're coming back in with communication and an offer to balance things out, to heal things, to resolve things. So, yeah, you've been very patient. You are trying to keep your emotions out of it because you didn't want a tower moment. You've likely had a tower moment with this person before. There is something that this person did that's deceitful. It got brought out into the open. You're aware of it. They were still trying to hide it but couldn't. They were worried about you finding it out. And now they're offering to balance it out. They're offering to heal the connection. But there was a whole heck of a lot that wasn't being talked about. And what's actually affecting the connection is that's what you both want. Well, let me put it this way. That's what they want. But they're not saying it. They're not coming to you and saying, hey, Taurus, can we work things out? Can we balance this out? They're not doing that. And you're waiting for them to do that. And you're a bit defensive here, but what's affecting the connection is it's not being talked about. It's not being discussed. So there's all this underlying energy here between you and this person. And meanwhile, you're prioritizing whatever this is that you're building because you don't want to deal with this tower moment with this person that you didn't even cause. Let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome. I mean, ultimately, you're going to have it all. All right, we have the High Priestess in the reverse. We have the Eight of Cups reversed. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Lovers in reverse. Oh, so is that the deceit? Did this person have a third party? So while you're over here trying to build something, build an empire, build, something lasting, this person you were in a firm foundation with, some sort of contract, they went out and they found a third party. They lied about this in order to avoid the ending of this connection. So then it looks as if that didn't work out. It looks like that didn't work out, and now this person's trying to heal this connection. But see, it's all out in the open now. You're waiting for the last little bit of information to come out. And you're not given to this situation at this point emotionally. You're very defensive towards them. And I can understand why. You're over here trying to build something lasting, and this person's over here in a dalliance because they don't have your attention. Interesting. Now, at the end of the day, you're still going to walk away with everything. You're not going to see eye to eye with this person. You're waiting to take action, but the action looks like you're going to end this with this person, because it looks like this person has been in and out of another connection, is what I'm seeing. And so this person is going to try to return back to that connection thinking that they can have everything with them, but they're not being truthful with themselves or with you. And what they're trying to do is avoid pain. I'm telling you, this person, this Queen of Wands, there's a third party involved in this that's been on and off with this person. And now they're trying to go back and return to that person because it's not completely over. You feel like they, had a choice between you and someone else, and they weren't choosing you by virtue of their actions. And I do feel like you were waiting to take action here, and ultimately you're going to end this. You're going to walk away with everything. And this person's going to return back towards this Queen of Wands, and I feel like reveal their feelings to this Queen of Wands. Interesting. Toxic, though. Look at that. Bottom of the deck is the Devil. So could be dealing with a Capricorn, but that's toxic energy. So you're dealing with somebody here that is in a rather toxic energy, and I do feel that it's still present because the Devil is in the upright. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm seeing Gemini energy as well. But ultimately, I feel like Taurus, that at the end of the day, you're going to make the same decision. But I feel like you're going to make it with great clarity. And you're going to walk away with everything. You're still getting the 10 of coins. I feel like you could also be very supported by close friends or family that are aware of the situation. So let me pull an oracle card for you, Taurus. Yeah, that sounds about right. It says a time to walk alone. All right, so let me read that for you. One moment. There is such sadness in misunderstanding, but know now that it will only last a season. When we share who we truly are with others, especially with those we love, there are few things more harsh than a lack of acceptance or a misunderstanding due to ignorance, fear, or the failure to truly listen. When this card comes to you, there may be a sense that you have attempted to reveal who you are and have been met with disbelief and skepticism. It is, of course, as it should be, that others are free to react as they do. And if we were without any of the humanity that we are here to learn, it would matter little. But to you, it has mattered, and there is a sense of rejection and abandonment that comes with this card, just as this little witch has been cast forth from her own people as they have feared and been taught to reject people like her. Know that there are many people in the world who feel that there is only one way to the divine, and they have embraced fearful dogma, as it is simpler and seemingly safer than walking the hard road of authenticity and commitment to the path. Know that this time will pass, and soon. There will be breakthroughs and friendships that emerge from true understanding. The sense of walking alone in a world growing colder will not last, and in time you will know that the separation that took place was in so many ways a bright blessing. For you are meant to discover, and you need the space, the time, and the opportunities to become who you are truly meant to be. You are not lost, you are wandering, and as you do, you will come upon the path you are meant to tread. Till that time, the kitsune will walk with you, so that you are never alone. All right. Yeah, that tracks, Taurus. I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you've resonated with this reading, Taurus, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and also hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Taurus, know that you are loved, and namaste.